that prepared me for life. Something that a book, something that a school could never have taught me. Life taught me.
I wake up half past 5, thank God I'm still alive. Start seeing flashing lights, I guess it's time to shine. It's time to start my day. First thing I do is pray. He says to make a way, just know you'll be
your champagne wishes and caviar dreams. Welcome inside the Hall of Fame. Now, can you dig that?
What's up, y'all? It's Booker T, 6-time world champ, 2-time Hall of Famer. Got my man Brad Gilmore here with me, as always, man, and we getting ready to do this thing like we always do it. I want to thank everybody for stepping inside the Hall of Fame, getting your champagne wishes and caviar dreams. But you know what? We're going to start this day off a little different. We got a man stepping inside the Hall of Fame. His name is Raheem Bingham. He's a defensive end from the Houston Roughnecks. We want to get him in right now because, guys, big game going down this Saturday at the Big Rig Rice Stadium, 6 p.m., guys. Bell time. Don't miss out. Don't get shut out. Your boy Booker T is going to be out there as well, signing autograph, kissing babies, running for office, if you know what I'm saying. Raheem, what's going down, man? How you feel, man?
Man, I feel good, man. I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all listen, man. Houston, we need y'all to come out there, show out. Feel the rig. It's going to be a great game. Birmingham Stallions versus the Houston Roughnecks. And we ready to work, man. We excited for the Germany. Hey,
man, tickets still on sale starting at $22. Go to theufl.com. Do it now. I do it for you because, man, it's gonna be rowdy, man. It's gonna be what can the fans expect, man? What can I'm off in the WWE thing, man. And it's always some adrenaline. They say you can cut it with a knife. What can the people expect when the Houston Roughnecks go out there and beat the hell out of the Birmingham Stallions?
Yeah, they most definitely gonna expect energy. Guys running around, flying around, you know what I'm saying? Just want to make the plays, big time plays. Offense, we got some good key players that are going to show out. That's going to come up big for us. Defensively, we just going to, try our best to do our job at a high level and just execute everything we learned this week. We excited, man. We ready to roll for sure.
Hey, man, how excited are you to have this platform to do what you do, man? Because I know as a young wrestler, for me, I needed somewhere to actually let people see how good I really was. And the thing is, I always said, man, all they got to do is just see me. How excited are you to have this platform, man?
Oh man, I'm truly excited, man. Just being able to be on the largest state, one of the top TV, the television and stuff, and my family, because I was in Canada for a little while, and they wasn't able to come to the games and see the games, and for the guys that's in the States and stuff, be able to play down south and get your family, and it's amazing. I love it.
Yeah, and, Texas and Houston's a big football culture, and I know last year when you were in the USFL, you were part of the Houston Gamblers, but the playing situation was a little bit different. Have you felt the love for the people here in the city and playing in that Texas heat?
Oh yeah, it was totally different. Being in the USFL the first year, we was a Houston team, but we was in Memphis, Tennessee. We played all our home games in Memphis. So we was the away team every game, like pretty much. So, but it also like just I would say with the fans, like having the experience to see the fans, and it gives you that energy, that feedback, and just being especially these last few home games, they've been showing up and showing out there in the rig.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm excited. You say you was a big wrestling fan growing up, huh? Talk to me about that a little bit.
Oh man, I have like when I was a kid, we used to like shoot little videos on the trampoline, and we used to imitate like all the videos and stuff that we seen. I would say just like all the like when you used to how you used to be like, can you dig it? Like we were just talking about that. It's so crazy because we were just talking about like at practice. It was like, who's some of your favorite wrestlers? Guys was just naming stuff, but everybody was like Booker T. And literally when Coach CJ said it today, like I was like, it's no way. Everybody was just looking like it's no way. Like,
hey man, it was meant to be, man. It was meant to be in this situation right here. We got a wrestling promotion. It's called Reality of Wrestling. I'm gonna tell you right now, if the football thing don't work out, man, we definitely gonna be looking forward to it.
He's ready. Ready to break out some of those moves from the trampoline. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. For sure. Yeah. I might have
that's something you ever thought about as far as pro wrestling getting into.
Definitely thought about something like just seeing, like just always wanted to go to WrestleMania, like just the presentation, the entrance, like when they just walk out, it just give me that. I feel like wrestling, like as a kid, give me the same feeling that I get from football, because like when we walk out like to the field and just like before the fans, or you getting booed or whatever the case may be, it just give you like, oh yeah, it's time to just go to that ring. So that's how I look. That's how I just attack football too. So for sure.
So you telling me you never been to WrestleMania?
Never been to WrestleMania. I always wanted to go, but football, I would either be in season or I'd just be busy, or stuff just happened. But I always wanted, like, my dream was like to go to WrestleMania.
One of my biggest matches in the WWE was with a guy who's very, very involved in what you guys are doing right now. But I think you might know him. His name is The Rock.
Yeah, for sure. I'm in the UFL. I ain't meet The Rock yet. That's crazy.
It'll happen.
Booker T, like, I want to be both of y'all. Like,
I'm gonna tell you right now, if we could get Brad to WrestleMania, we can get you there.
Okay.
How about
That's
that?
right.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
right. We can get you. We can get you there.
That's gonna be our ultimate goal for this year, to make sure we get Raheem to WrestleMania next year, 41. I think that'll be a good year for you. How you feel about that?
Yeah, I feel like that'll be a great year. I'm speaking like I said. I spoke Booker T up. I'm speaking WrestleMania, and I'm speaking a great year for the next year.
That's right. And we're speaking a win on Saturday into existence as well.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, because I'm always fascinated by like an athlete's process pregame. Do you have any pregame rituals or anything that you have to do to make sure you're in the right mindset and make sure you're ready to bring your best on the gridiron?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, everybody has their thing that they do. Me personally, I like to listen to like slow music before the game starts, before it gets close, and then when it gets closer to that time, then listen to more like just violent music, just something
violent music. Who are you listening to?
Probably I would say like music wise, I'll say like Boosie, Project Pat, like probably Scarface. Ghetto Boys, like I mean, like just stuff like that. It's just gonna make me just go in that ring, go into the rig, and just dominate that day for sure.
Hey man, we got about 3 minutes left. Something I really like talking to young people about is your journey. How was that journey for you as a young kid getting to where you are right now on that journey, trying to get to where you're going?
So I'm originally from Bennettsville, South Carolina. When I had graduated out of high school, I ended up having to go to junior college out of high school, Hutchinson Community, which is in Kansas. Went there for 2 years. After that, I got a full scholarship to Arkansas State. I ended up getting defensive player of the year, senior year, and all that. And I ended up getting injured. And then I got healthy to do like my combine. Then COVID happened, so they basically canceled everything. So I had to go to Canada for 2 years. Didn't play nothing but 3 games those 2 years that I was there, and then got picked up to USFL, played all 12, started all 12, and this is my second year. And it's just been a journey. It's just been a blessing, just that I made it through, and I'm just enjoying the ride, and just whatever it takes me.
Man, just listening to that right there is what I think young people need to hear, man. From my perspective, I was that young kid, and I wish I had your drive. I wish I had that mentality to be able to push myself like that. No matter what situation I'm in, I'm going to push myself. I learned that later on in life, but as a young man, I didn't have that drive, man. And to see you, right now, like I say, on this journey, and to have people listening to this, hopefully some young kid will see that it don't come easy. It's going to come with a lot of hard work. It's going to come with a lot of trial and tribulation. And Raheem, you doing the work, man. You doing the work, and I'm going to be looking forward to this Saturday to see if you got there doing the work, because it's going to be going down against them Birmingham Stallions. Guys, tickets still on sale right now, starting at $22. Go to theufl.com. You can purchase one of those tickets. Like I say, come out there and see your boy Booker T. Pre-game show is going down. Reality of wrestling. Hey, right? If you want to come, get a warm up, I can put you in the match. I can put you in the match early. I can put you in No, but more importantly, I'm going to be looking forward to meeting you in person.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm definitely going to be looking forward to meeting you in person, taking a pic and posting it like these young people do. Instagram.
Yeah.
All that there. The gram. No, they call it the gram. That's what it is. Hey, man, I want to thank you for stepping inside the Hall of Fame, giving the fans a little bit of piece of you. What can they find you? Drop your handle out there.
You can find me on Twitter at SmileYouBless. You can find me on Instagram at $1 Million Mindset, or you can just type Raheem Bingham and it'll just pop up.
Boom, that is, man, Raheem. Thank you for stepping inside the Hall of Fame. Get your champagne wishes, caviar dreams, man. I'll see you on Saturday.
Yes, sir.
Stick around. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute. Can you dig it, sucker? And this episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. Guys, let's talk about it. Let's talk about sex. Hey, you remember when you was always ready to go? I'm talking about strapping the rocket on it, man. Going straight to the moon. I'm talking about getting it done. If you want that extra confidence, I got something for you. Listen up. BlueChew.com. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, but in a chewable tablet at the fraction of the cost.
But the great thing, Book, is you can take it any time, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever an opportunity arises. The process is simple. You sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days.
The best part, guys, it's all done online on the internet. So it's no doctor's visit, no awkward conversations, no waiting in line at a pharmacy or any of that.
And the thing is, Book, Blue Chew's tablets, they're made right here in the USA and prepared and shipped direct to your door in a discreet package, so no one is the wiser.
Let's just get it out there, guys. Blue Chew wants to help you have better sex. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. It's like this. Chew it and do it. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew absolutely free when you use promo code Booker at your checkout. Just pay $5 for shipping, man. That's BlueChew.com. Use promo code Booker to receive your first month absolutely free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And, we want to thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the Hall of Fame podcast. Chew it and do it. Boom. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame, man. It's going down, man, Saturday. I can't wait. Big Rig, Rice Stadium. We're going to beat the hell out of them boys, man. Stallions, you're going down. You're going down. Because every time I show up, we winning. We winning, right, man. We winning.
That's right.
We winning big. So I'm excited. Raheem Bingham. Young man, fine young man. Hell of a story. It's always going to be a test, y'all. It's always going to be a grind. You got to push yourself if you want to make it in this life. And like I said, I so admire young people that have that innate ability to be able to push themselves, when they're young like that. You know what I mean? I wish, I had that, seriously. Like you, man. I wish I had that, seriously. But I figured it out.
You made it happen. You made it happen for sure. I love the UFL in general, just because of what it offers to young people like himself. And we know what the XFL's been able to do last season. We understand what the USFL was able to do, and there's so many people who were able to get NFL jobs from being there, even in the 2020 season of the XFL. And so to
Yeah.
have that outlet, and like he said, to not have to go to Canada and the CFL, no disrespect to Canada, but if you're from South Carolina, you're not trying to play in the Great White North. You know what I mean? You want to play in a nice southern climate
You
sometimes,
want to be
and
at home.
you'll be able to
You want
have
to be at
some
home.
stateside. You want to play at home. Have some stateside for these guys to go out
you
and
want to be
show
able
out.
to, you want to be able to eat a burger like you normally used to getting it. It's the small things. I'm serious. It's the
I
small
feel
things.
you.
Like I say, man, when I went to Japan, I thought I was gonna lose my mind. After 21 days, I was like, I will fly myself back home. Just get me out of here. It's one of those type of deals. I felt like I was on the moon. I can only imagine if I had to stay there for 6 months, I would have died. I think I would have figured it out, but it would have been really, really hard. So I tell people, like wrestlers, like we've talked about this. Man, I can't wait to go to Japan. I want to go to Japan. I'm like, man, it's cool. It's cool to go when just for the experience. Get a chance to see it. Have it on the, your passport. Whatnot. But to have to make that trek on a regular, oh my God, man, no, keep me at home. WCW.
Yeah. I feel you,
WCW.
man.
That's what it was all about. WCW.
But here's the thing. This is why I've always liked the Roughnecks, because the Roughnecks, and I remember we had back then in 2020 on the Hall of Fame, we had who was the then president, I
Yeah.
believe, of the Roughnecks
Yeah.
on Brian, and we talked about it then how great the logo was. I love the rig and kind of the old school feel of the Houston Oilers. Have you seen the new Texans logos?
I know I haven't.
Oh man, they're awesome.
Oh yeah.
So awesome. The new uniforms, they're black, silver, and like the love you blue.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they've changed the like there's still the bull, but they've also got this one that's like an H, kind of a stylized H
Okay.
with a little star.
And you
Man,
know
I'm
what?
telling you,
I tell you what, sometimes, you look better, you feel better, you
you
play
play
better.
better. Yeah, I agree with
I
that.
feel that. I'm serious.
Let me ask you, okay, that's an interesting wrestling question. Like when you got brand new gear, like say you were doing your Hall of Fame or King Booker run, excuse me, and you got the gold tights and the gold boots walking out to Scepter. Did you feel a different way? Like were you excited? Like, oh, I can't wait to get this gear off for everybody tonight because I'm a show
Since
this
day
off
one, though. No, that was since day one.
since day
I
one.
always tell the story about my brother when we first started. We had, ordered some tights from I think K&H, and it was just black, and a friend of ours airbrushed some flames on them. And I went to country store and I got the Brooks and Dunn shirts because they had some flames on them, and I had them tailored, and we worked in that outfit for a minute, and every time I saw us on television, I felt a certain way about it. It was almost like walking in our old wrestling arena and the floor felt, you remember how the floor used to make me feel?
Yeah, yeah.
It made me like, God, man, we got to do something about this. It was like that. And then we went and paid for our first real outfits. It was $800. And that was in 1992. $800 for our first outfits. Boom. But I wasn't satisfied. I had to get another color. I wasn't satisfied. I had to get another one. I had to get another one. Boots. I had to have at least 4 pair of boots. I always had to feel a certain way when I walked out that curtain. Some stuff worked, some stuff didn't. I remember the all red outfit I had. It didn't work. You know what I mean? But I was always looking to feel a certain way when I walked out. And King Booker, oh my God, man. The gold boots. No, you know what? The gold boots was good, but the white boots and the white tights. That was just that was so raw for me. And the thing is, the only 2 pair of boots I still have to this day is my gold ones and my white ones.
And your white one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. But I can imagine because would you agree that I feel like wrestler gear has really in the last couple of years, like kind of elevated to another level to where guys are getting like, and I know y'all did do that back in the day, but just like the entrance wear in general, I feel like there's a lot of production put into it more so than used to. It's like y'all come through the curtain, you might have your robe or your jacket or something. In your case, you had the crown and the scepter and the robe. But now, like, if you see some of the gear like Zelina Vega's making for like just to come out with the LWO for one night, or the stuff Rey Mysterio's doing for all the pay-per-views, and it's different every time. I feel like the gear, there's a lot of thought put into it now.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're not trying to think about the extras, you're missing the boat. Especially today's wrestlers. It's not going to be the moves. Everybody's doing all the moves. Everybody's doing all the, the dives. It's not going to be that as far as what make you stand out. It's just like Jay Cargill coming out and doing a double change. Come out and do a promo in one outfit and then come out and wrestle in another one. I'm like, okay, and that's dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We go through a commercial break and she got on another outfit. Damn it, we got something here. You know what I'm saying? But no, for me, you got to be totally thinking about showmanship. How far can you raise your game and compete, not just in the ring? I look at Seth Rollins. Everybody talk, about the crazy outfits he wore on a regular basis, but Seth was creating something. He was creating an aura about himself, and it was different than everybody else on the roster. No matter what you thought about the outfit, he was creating. And for me, a lot of people, that might have blew over their head. But man, it definitely was, working that extra, doing that extra that I always talk about that has nothing to do with, getting in the ring and performing.
Right. Yeah. I mean, to me, sometimes, like, I don't know, just when I think of Macho Man, the first thing I think about is his voice, and the second thing I think about is the attire. The third thing I think about is the elbow drop. You know what I mean? Like, two of the three things that come to my mind about one of the greatest pro wrestlers of all time have nothing to do with his work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
and how important that is.
Yeah, it's so important. I was a really good entertainer. I'm glad I was a good entertainer. The big feud with Stone Cold and Steve Austin and I on Sunday. That right there just, shows you, what we're thinking about as far as entertaining and taking it to the next level. But that's what it's all about, trying to find a way to entertain. And like I say, sometimes it's not going to be inside of a squared circle in an arena. But you got to be well equipped on all fronts in this business. And that's what I've always loved about it. That's why I talk to the young guys about it. I know we're getting close to taking a break, and we're going to be talking about NXT. But that's what I talk to the young guys about. Like, all the moves have been taken, all the moves have been taken, but you got to figure out how to, do the same thing everybody else is doing and be able to stand out. That's the hard part about this business. And I hear there's a lot of haters out there. There's a lot of haters out there too. I want to address the haters real quick.
Headlines. Let's go.
No, because I make quotes about stuff. You know what I mean? I make headlines when I make quotes, and I made a quote about Will Ospreay. I said, man, I thought that kid was smarter than that, and I got a lot of pushback on that right there. And the thing is, I thought the kid was smarter than that, and that's not a jab at him or anything like that. What that means is, come on, man, you are smarter than that. That's what that means. Because I could have delved into that a whole lot further. And as far as normally, like when I say something, like when I'm talking about, young talent making it to the next level, trust me, I know what I'm talking about. 10 times out of 10 times, I'm almost right about everything that I talk about. You may not like it. You may feel a certain way about it, but normally 10 times out of 10 times, I'm right about everything I talk about. I could be wrong. I could be wrong on that, but I don't think I am. So all the haters out there, guys, just fall in line. Listen to the hot takes and wait about a month or two before you comment about it.
Well, I will tell you this. Two things to that. I know we're about to come to a break, but two things on that. One, you are annoyingly right most of the time on things. And I say it because it's sometimes aggravating. And the other thing is, Will Ospreay himself said at the post-fight press conference at Dynasty, I'm not going to bring WWE up anymore. I don't want to talk about that anymore. So, I mean, I think
it's unnecessary hate. It's unnecessary hate. You know what I mean? Because he's a good kid. And
I like Will.
Exactly. So let's take a break. Stick around, guys. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute. And it's Booker T, 6-time world champion, my man Brad Gilmore from Manscaped. The Performance Package 5.0 Ultra is here. And let me tell you, it's got futuristic tendencies included in this bundle, guys. Brand new Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra, the Weed Whacker 2.0 ear and nose and hair trimmer, and essentials aftercare products like the Crop Soother, the Bald Aftershave Lotion, and the Crop Preserver Anti-Chafing Ball Deodorant, and 2 free gifts. Oh, yes!
That's right, Book. Their 5th generation lawnmower features 2 interchangeable next-gen skin-safe blade heads, a standard one for taking a little off the top, and a new foil blade to go smooth wherever your heart desires. And did I mention it's waterproof too? Manscaped, they did us a favor, Book. All the listeners of the Hall of Fame, and they threw in 2 free gifts: the Boxers 2.0 and the Shed 2.0 toiletry bag. Resolutions may come and go, but a well-groomed you is here to stay with Manscaped's latest and greatest.
Yeah, and start the new year off right, because when you look good, you feel good. Manscaped help you sculpt the best version of yourself for the year ahead. New year and new you, and definitely a new trimmer. Manscaped got your grooming resolutions covered. Guys, get 20% off and free shipping with the code Booker at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. Use the code Booker. Happy New Year to your balls. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame, man. There's a whole lot to talk about. There's a whole lot of news going down. But I think we got to start with congratulations to my man, Trick Williams. All right? I think that's where we got to start. We got to start with congratulations to Trick Williams cashing in on the NXT championship, beating one of the best out there. And my consideration, this guy, Ilya Dragunov, is next level superstar. I mean, he's so passionate for this game, and when I talk about guys like Ilya Dragunov, I'm like, man, if I had 20 of them, I had 20 of these guys at Reality Wrestling, I could take over the world. I could take over the wrestling world if I just had 20 of those guys. I don't want to talk like that. Let me take that back.
You have a lot of great talent.
No, saying take over the wrestling world. I don't want to be that guy. So many guys I've heard say that, they always seem to fail. But I would have a hell of a wrestling company if I had 20 Ilya Dragunovs. My God, man, it'd be like an army. I mean, it literally just like ants, just rolling through the place and just taking on like locusts, you know what I mean? Just burying everything, leaving it behind. I'm serious. That dude is that good. And working with Trick Williams, he's a guy that he brings the best out of Trick. Working with Ilya Dragunov but I'm gonna tell you this right here also. Ilya Dragunov brings the best out of everybody. I want to say that he's just that good. He's that guy. No matter who works with him, they're gonna have a really, really good match. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Trick Williams and Ilya Dragunov had such an awesome time inside that square circle last night. I enjoyed it immensely. It was one of the it was one of the times where I look back and say, man, I miss it. That's what I miss it. When it look and feel that way. Man, congratulations, Trick Williams. You're on your way, son.
Trick Willie, man. I was so excited to see him go out there and win the NXT championship. I mean, when you think of this 2.0 era, as it's called, you think about all the stars who've come from it so far, and Trick Williams is on a short list of some of the top guys who've come through NXT in the last couple of years. He's on there with his boy Mello. He's on there with Ilya Dragunov, Braun Breaker, Roxanne Perez, Tiffany Stratton, just to name a few. NXT's been incredibly successful, and I think on this week for Trick Williams to get that nod, on spring break, and now he's the guy. I wanted to ask you this. Congratulations to Trick. But let me ask you, Booker, because you would know better than anybody. What kind of pressure does that put a performer under? Because, again, everybody who breaks into the business as a single star, male or female, they want to win the top prize. And in NXT, the top prize is the NXT championship. Trick has done that now.
Yeah.
Okay. So once you achieve that goal and you're on the mountaintop, what's the pressure like? What's the mindset like? Do you have time to celebrate? Or is it, man, I got to start thinking about this run. What am I going to do? How am I going to prepare? How am I going to
I just
elevate?
start thinking about it. It's time to step up. I made a quote about Trick Williams, and it made headlines all over. Every site in the world picked it up. And the quote was, I didn't think Trick Williams was ready for the main roster just yet, because I needed this to happen. This needed to happen before Trick Williams went to the main roster. Trick Williams' confidence when he does get to the main roster, it has to be over the top, because not because he's there, because he knows what he's doing. All right, he's prepared for the situation. I think Trick Williams' run with the NXT championship is going to definitely, what we talk about with champions, make him so much better. Because when you're the champion, you know you got to be a general. You know you got to lead. Everything falls on you when it goes wrong. Okay, so you got a hyper sense of going out there and making mistakes. You got a hyper sense of going out there and not making mistakes as well. So yeah, it's gonna make him a whole lot better, and I'm gonna be right there in his ear, working to make him better at the same time. I mean, no doubt he's gonna be under a boatload of pressure. But that's what champions do. They want to be under pressure. You don't think Jordan want the last shot? Give me the last shot, man. You know what I mean?
Man.
Barry, you don't think he want the bat? You know what I mean? In crunch time, you know what I mean? Bringing the power hitter, bam, home run. That's what I'm talking about. For me, I always thought about being the guy. I remember, and Trick has the same mentality. I remember Jimmy Hart. He was producing WCW Saturday Night. He said, baby, I can't get none of these big stars to work for me. I can't get none of these big stars, man. They don't want to work on Saturday night, baby. But I say, look, I say, Jimmy, I say, I'm your guy. I say, put me in the main event every week. And Jimmy put me in the main event when I was the television champion every week on Saturday night, man. Made my run. You know what I mean? I wanted to be in that position. And Trick, you can sense when he comes out, when he gets on the mic, the way he walks, the way he talks, the way he dressed, you know what I mean? That's hairline, everything, man. He's a star. So right now, he's in the perfect place. He's in the perfect place, and this right here is going to catapult him to being so totally ready when he get to that next level.
Yeah, man. I think that having people in his ear like yourself, obviously like Shawn Michaels, who can help guide him on this. Not saying he can't figure it out on his own, but they say a smart man learns on his own and a wise man learns from others, right? And the wisdom that you and Shawn and other people down there, man. So I can't wait. WrestleMania 44. I'm calling it right now. WrestleMania 44. Big match Trick. You know what I mean? He might put a stamp on it again.
Hey, man.
Give him 4 or 5 years. Come on, man.
Hey, man, it doesn't happen overnight. I said that in that interview when I was talking about Trick. I said it doesn't happen overnight. It didn't happen overnight for me. I mean, people might think it happened overnight, man, but it was a lot of times up and down the road, man, working and thinking about it, and then going out there and trying to get it done on a regular basis until it finally happened. And it did. I was just looking at the Dark Side of the Ring, Sherry Montel. Okay, I was just looking at that today, and something so true that they was talking about on there. It was like Harlem Heat. They were a team that was just, and they showed Sherry's whole career. They went all the way from when she started, from when she's 18 years old, all the way through the WWE run with Savage. And Shawn Michaels and all those guys. And then she gets to WCW and she's with us, and then I'm like, that putting her with, we were just I wouldn't say a mediocre tag team, but kind of like a mediocre tag team, in the middle tag team, until they put Sherry with us. And then when they put Sherry with
to elevate
she brought legitimacy. She brought all the experience from everything that she had done before and gave it to us. And boom, we exploded like a nuclear bomb. It was something totally different just by having Sherry Martel with us. That's the difference maker. Very, very simple.
Sometimes that's all it takes, right? A legitimizer. You
That's
know,
all it
I think
takes.
I've heard you refer to her as a legitimizer before.
I mean, we were
Now,
good
can I ask
workers.
you?
Yeah.
Can I ask you something about like the manager's role though? Like, I know, for instance, you brought up Jimmy Hart a minute ago. Jimmy Hart kind of was like a real life manager in a lot of ways, like working with Hogan and things like that, and some of his guys like helping with travel and stuff. But from Sherry's perspective, obviously Sherry was a star. She was a
Yeah.
star valet in WWF, in WCW, along with y'all. And she'd worked with tag teams before. The Rockers were one that she had worked with, I believe, prior to your run.
Yeah.
Does she give you insight and feedback on matches and say, hey, what if y'all think of this, or promos, or like more so than just her being at ringside and getting involved sometimes? What did she do, if you could illuminate the audience on that?
Well, I can't say she told us what to do and when to do it and how to do it, because I didn't tell my brother that and he didn't tell me that either. We were like a unit. We were like a team. Sherry knew exactly what to be at the right time every time. She wasn't going to never, be somewhere just, lollygagging. It was always about what can we do to make this match the best we possibly can, and more importantly, get as much heat as we possibly could, especially in a lot of those towns. We couldn't do it ourselves. Of course, we could generate heat, but walking into the white Georgia, two black guys with a white woman.
Talk about
My
it.
God, what's going on here? Man, we almost started a riot in White Georgia. It's
Right.
it's really a town called White Georgia. Look it up.
Oh, well, I thought you were referring to what the crowd looked like.
No. I'm serious. I'm dead serious. And we started a riot in this town. Sherry Martel hit a fan so hard it was waiting on us. We had to get escorted out of the town. That's how bad it was in that building that night. And of course, I called everybody rednecks. But that's another story. Stick around, guys. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute. Can you dig it, sucker? All right, everyone, it's Booker T and Brad Gilmore here, and we've got something exciting for all you sports, comedy, music, and theater fans out there. We're talking about Game Time, the fastest, easiest way to get your hands on tickets to your favorite events.
That's right, Book. We love all those spontaneous, unforgettable moments, and Game Time is here to make them happen. Whether it's a last-minute decision to see a game or a sudden urge to catch a live show, Game Time has got you covered, giving fans access to tickets even at the last minute in over 60 cities across the United States and Canada.
Hey guys, this ain't about getting in. This is about getting the best seats in the house. With Game Time, you can see images of your seat before you buy it. So no surprises there, guys. You can score tickets swiftly. Skip the line, guys. Just dive straight into the moment.
Absolutely. And listen to this. Game Time guarantees the best prices. Find tickets in the same section in row for less elsewhere. Game Time will give you a credit of 110% of the difference. So there's no reason to wait, Book.
So whether it's the thrill of the game, the laughter of the comedy, the rhythm of the music, or the drama of the theater, guys, don't let the opportunity skip by. Choose Game Time. Grab your tickets and just enjoy the moment.
Live should be spontaneous, Book. So guys, don't miss out. Check out Game Time now on their app or at gametime.co. That's gametime.co.
Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Just download the Game Time app, create an account, and use the code BOOKER for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Lowest price. Guaranteed. Oh, yes. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame. Hey, man, Roxanne Perez, big ups. Big up, Roxanne Perez.
That women's
retained
match.
The NXT Women's Championship. Man, that's my girl, man. You know, a lot of people hate on me because I'm always rooting for her. And, that's what I'm going to do. I mean,
Well,
what am I supposed to do?
no. Let me stop you real quick. Let me stop you real quick. A lot of people does not include the people on Twitter. You know what I mean? Like the people on Twitter, no disrespect to any of them, but like, come on now. If you take the time to cultivate and craft and then publish a negative tweet and or criticism regarding a professional wrestling broadcast and the opinions thereof of a professional wrestling broadcaster, you need to get a hobby. You know what I mean? Collect some stamps. You know what I mean? Go get you a metal detector and go to the beach. Try to find you some
Bro,
gold.
look at you. I get that on the regular.
Bro, I know.
They want to talk about me, but I'm gonna put Roxanne over every time she's out there. I mean, she's graduated in my book. She's graduated. She's definitely gotten to a point now I can't even critique her as far as mistakes. I'm looking for mistakes. I'm looking to see if I could say, hey, you might want to work on this, or you might want to look at that on video and see what you think about it. But I can't do that anymore because she's so freaking good, man. She's so good. And I'm so proud of Roxanne Perez as far as the work that she's put in from a student perspective, from a perspective of a psychology perspective. That tool bag I always talk about, being able to always rely on. Man, she's got that. Finding yourself, and it's not right, and you can fix it. Boom, on a dime, and nobody even really notice it. That's the type of stuff I'm talking about. Second nature, being able to work from a second nature perspective. It's almost like you're on autopilot. All you got to do is just just sit back and relax. That's the part that I loved it when I was at that stage of my career, but I didn't get there when I was 22 years old. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I wasn't even in the business at 22 years old. That's what's crazy. She is so far advanced beyond her years. So big props to Roxanne and Paxley and Lyra, man. All three workers. I definitely was talking about Tatum Paxley, getting her down to reality wrestling, and come out there and do some stuff. So, man, the talent right now I'm watching is unbelievable. The women are
I mean,
unbelievable.
it's the finish to that women's match and the way they went into it. And again, like, I don't know how much like we like to talk about this kind of stuff, but just like everybody, two people lost, right? Two people lost in a triple threat match, but everybody won.
Oh man,
Everybody
yeah.
won. That finish was so great. The way they
Yeah.
went into it was so great. And I agree with you about Roxanne. Like, here's the thing. Sometimes I'm watching her work on television and I forget that like I saw her get to this level. Do you know what I mean? Like it's almost like I don't know who that is. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like she's just
Different
like
person.
a different person.
There's
Yeah.
a different person out there. Yeah.
And she's so great. She's so
Yeah.
great. You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
like,
She's
yeah,
grown
well,
into this prodigy. Like we talk about, she is definitely a prodigy because her work skills. That's what I always look at. I look at the work skill, and I look at the little bitty small things that you can do to make the fans feel a certain way. And in this new persona, it definitely has the fans. You can tell that they're feeling it. They're 100% bought in to this new Roxanne Perez and what she's doing, and that just let me know that she's there again. Not just sleeping on her laurels. She's trying to get better on a regular.
trying to get better and always improve and doing it right, man. Yeah, NXT spring break. And was there anything else that happened on the show that you think we should highlight today? Because I mean, again, those are the two big matches, the women's triple threat, and of course, Trick Willie winning that NXT championship. Again, congrats to Trick. Was there something else on the show that stuck out to you? You're like, oh man, we got to bring this up. Because the show was great, in my opinion. Again, I think we're probably starting to sound like homers here, but like every NXT show I find myself watching and enjoying. And I'm telling you something too. There's something about the 2-hour format. Do you know what I mean? Raw's
Yeah.
3, and I get it, but as I'm a hellacious diehard 20 plus 30 year wrestling fan, however long I've been watching this stuff. And sometimes for me, it's like, man, 3 hours is a lot to get through. 2 hours.
Yeah.
goes like by like that, man, like that. And that show, like I said on Tuesday, was just it was just so well put together. Oh, I know which one I wanted to ask you about. What'd you think of the D'Angelo family going out there? Tony D.
Yeah, no, they did a hell of a job too. They did a hell of a job. I was talking to I was talking to Tony D. I said, man, you should have took the foreign object. Yeah. He goes, yeah, I should have.
He's so good,
No,
man.
I love Tony D. I love the family and what those guys are doing, man. I really do.
And then the other one I wanted to ask you about was Fallon Henley and Jada Parker. I thought they went out there and had a pretty good match, man.
I mean, Jada, wig came off at the end of the match. I mean, she was so hot. What? I mean, everybody saw it.
Come on, man. Accentuate the positives, hide the negatives. What are you talking about?
No, that's how. Look here, it didn't matter.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I mean, when you just yank it off and say, "Look, I'm about ready to look," I would snatch my own hair off and whoop somebody with it.
Yeah.
I'm serious. No, man. I'm gonna tell you, Jada Parker. I think she's gonna be a huge star, man. I watch her, her feel. It has a real feel to it. She's somebody that I really think after a very, very short time, they're going to be calling her for the main roster. She's going to grow, boom, like that. So I'm looking forward to it, seriously.
And now I could
And
be wrong.
the thing is too, and Vic always messing with me about Fallon Henley because he think I don't give her enough props. I'm gonna tell you right now, Fallon Henley, she's good. She really is. She's someone that you can, count on to go out there and give you a good match almost every week. But am I serious about when Vic talked to me about her being a locker room leader and all that stuff? And if anybody's thinking about that or if anybody care about it, I'm serious. I'm shooting. I've been in the locker room before. Ain't nobody thinking about Fallon being a leader. If she thinks about herself, if she thinks about herself, she's going to be thinking about checks and championships, baby.
That's right.
I'm talking about she already been to the top one time. And it was when she was focusing, all right, with the boss, all right. But now she needs to find herself. I just want to say that about Fallon because I think people don't think I give Fallon Henley enough credit.
Well, no, Fallon's dope. And I agree with you wholeheartedly on Jada Parker. I mean, there's somebody who I think's only been on NXT TV for like 6 months. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And has grown exponentially in those 6 months and athletic. You can feel her character kind of when she comes through the curtain. Like you understand that it's, time to get it or whatever her motion is that she does. I'm with you. I think that, look, again, I'm just making predictions today. I think that Jada Parker, we're going to see her in the Royal Rumble.
I can see that. No, I'm going to tell you right now. I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, she's that good, man. I really enjoy what she brings to the table. I'm trying to think of Sol Ruka. Now tell me that finish to that brawl wasn't sweet with the surfboard, and the boogie board that they brought in.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Blair Davenport, she's good too.
And Blair, yeah.
Blair Davenport. I mean, she's got really, really good timing. You could tell she's like one of those old schoolers from overseas that just want to just brawl. And I love her style, man. And for Sol Ruka to be so young in the game, she's definitely one you got to watch. You better keep your eye on her. If she can, stay injury free and really make a run at it, she could really do something in this business because I watch her mannerisms, just the way she, go from one side of the ring to the other side, how fluid she is. She's picking this thing up, boom, like that. So watching her rise has definitely been pretty cool. Other than, her going down and, being injured for that long time.
Right. So, I mean, NXT Spring Break, and I would say overall success. Would you constitute it as a major success?
Week one, we rolling into week 2, man. We still got one more week.
That's true. Yeah, you're right.
Still one more week. I mean, it ain't over. It ain't over. We just getting started.
Week one. Let's talk about week 1.
Yeah, exactly. Trick Williams kicked it off. I mean, it was awesome. It was an awesome success. Big league.
Big league. Big league success. You know what I mean?
So
Well,
yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it.
we
I'm
got we
looking
got we got to take a big league break.
We got to take a big league break. Stick around, guys. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute. What's up, y'all? It's your man, Booker T, 6-time world champion, 2-time Hall of Famer. And I'm here with my main man, Brad Gilmore, on the Hall of Fame podcast. And today we're talking about something that's been a game changer for us, and that's HelloFresh.
That's right, Booker. Whether you're looking to save money, eat better, or stress less in the new year, HelloFresh has got you covered. We're talking about farm fresh ingredients, chef-crafted recipes, and the best part, it's all delivered right to your doorstep.
You know, Brad, I used to stress about meal planning, especially with my busy schedule. But with HelloFresh, man, I'm whipping up quick, tasty meals in no time. And my favorite has got to be their 15-minute recipes. Man, who knew I could cook a gourmet meal that fast?
Absolutely, Book. But let's talk about variety. HelloFresh has over 45 dinner options each week. So that's right. There's going to be no more recipe boredom. Plus, they've got calorie smart and protein smart options, perfect for keeping those New Year's resolutions in check.
And you know, Brad, as a family man, I'm sitting down for dinner with my crew, and it's important. HelloFresh, quick and easy meals have made that reality. Even on the busiest nights, it's just convenient. It's bringing the family together.
And don't forget, breakfast fans, HelloFresh is hooking you up, the listeners of the Hall of Fame podcast, with free breakfast for life. That's right, a free breakfast item with every delivery. Now, that's a sweet deal to wake up to.
Y'all heard it here first. Go to HelloFresh.com/BookerFree and use the code, man, BookerFree, to get your free breakfast for life. Remember, one breakfast item per box while your subscription is active. Oh, yeah, man.
That's HelloFresh.com/BookerFree with the code BookerFree. Don't miss out on America's #1 meal kit.
Join us in making cooking fun, easy, and absolutely delicioso. It's HelloFresh. You got it. Oh, yeah. Can you dig it, sucker?
It's time to get your champagne wishes and caviar dreams. Welcome inside the Hall of Fame. Now, can you dig that?
Oh, welcome back inside the Hall of Fame. We just chopping it up, talking a little some sports and entertainment and everything. But we got any super chatters coming in. I know we're going to get them.
We do. If
Okay.
if I may, though, do two
Yeah,
things before we get to that,
Yep.
or three things really. One,
Mhm.
May the 11th, Reality Wrestling No Limits. Going to have Lexus
Mhm.
King in the building, as well as AJ Francis, formerly known as Top Dollar. He's gonna
Yeah,
be in the
man.
building
And you know what?
with a live
Top
mic.
Dollar.
I heard.
You know what? Top Dollar. I'll be letting everybody know here. Perhaps may have a huge surprise coming with them. I don't want to say nothing. I don't want to say nothing. But yeah, guys, you do not want to miss out. You do not want to miss out. May 11th is going down at Reality Wrestling, Walker, Texas, Lawyer Arena. Top Dollar will be in the house with a live mic performing one of his latest hits. So, guys, don't miss out. Don't get shut out. Get your tickets. Get your tickets now. Go to
Surprise.
realitywrestling.com.
I wasn't told about a surprise. What do you mean?
I'll tell you about it once we get off. All right. I don't want
Right.
to, the internet to, blow it up too soon. And last time I said that, the internet blew it up when I teased it like that. So hopefully this tease will get picked up.
Okay, well, that's one. Two, this is another tease that we can do because this is another tease. I say maybe this week or early next, we're going to have another huge announcement regarding this program, and I'm excited to get to that. A pretty big announcement, which is always nice. We always like to try to bring y'all, the best, and I'm excited for what we're going to announce then. Now, three, this is what I wanted to ask you, pro wrestling style. Becky Lynch is the new World Women's Champion.
Yeah.
Won it in a battle royal on Friday. Now, here are my two questions for that. The fans wanted Liv Morgan. She's getting some Becky backlash from the Liv Morgan crybabies. And two, though, Becky was scheduled to have some off time. Seth just got surgery. She just came off the European tour. She was scheduled to be off for a little while. and the reports are that she forgave or went
For win.
that
Yeah, let's
or
say
went.
that.
There we go. Time off in order to step in when the company needed her. They said we need a star, a big marquee star who can carry this title. Becky, will you do this for us? She obliged. So what do you think about Becky winning, the reaction, and also her giving up some of that much needed vacate time?
That's part of the business. That part right there, that's part of the business to go to show you that Becky's all in. This is a warrior sport, man. It's a gladiator sport, as well as I mean, you remember I talked about it, and I got backlash from it. And I was talking about when the company choose their champions, they choose the ones they know they can trust.
Right.
The ones that they know going to be able to get the job done, at all costs. And there again, I'm not just talking about in the ring. Being champion is a full-time responsibility. It's like having a stethoscope on, and you got to be ready to go on call 24/7, like a doctor. That's the way it is. I'm serious. And they know they can trust Becky Lynch, and she's proven as far as championship quality goes. You're not gonna find a better general in WWE or any other company, male or female, than Becky Lynch.
Right.
And that's just the truth. And I'm gonna tell you, and I say that because I didn't realize that either. You know what I mean? I didn't realize how good Becky Lynch was also until I saw her up close and personal, man, in NXT. And I go, good God, man, this girl's a general, man. You're talking about somebody who don't have many flaws? That's Becky. You talking about someone who works so much bigger than she actually really is? That's Becky. Man, Roxanne Perez can sit under that learning tree all day long, as far as I'm concerned. And all she's going to do is learn. So for me, I think they made the right choice. They could easily give it to someone else, and someone else is going to have their chance. It's just not right now. That's all.
Right. Yeah.
And all the haters, hate on.
Haters? Hate on,
Yeah.
player.
Hate on, damn it.
I think Becky was the only choice. Really, when you think about big picture, and I hate that Rhea is on the shelf right now, especially coming off of the last year of her being perhaps definitely one of, if not the biggest women's star, one of the biggest stars in the company. When you heard that reaction at WrestleMania, it was off the chains. People love her, so hate that she went down. And Becky sacrificing time away from her family and everything to go out there and carry the flag, even though she was looking forward, I'm sure, to vacation time.
Look
Also,
here, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna be plenty of time to vacation.
but it also tells me that she's going to resign at the company, because I know her deal's up soon, and there's been
Well,
talk.
I mean, come on, that's another story. I mean, let's talk about that if it did happen. Yeah, of course she's probably gonna resign.
Yeah.
But
But you know what?
I mean, being the champion, it's the hardest job in the business, but it's nothing like it as well.
It's
It really
rewarding at
is.
the same time.
It's the best thing in the world, man. It's the best job in the world. It's the best position in the world, being the world champion. It really is. It is hard to pass that up. It's so freaking hard. And like I say, for Becky, it just proves to me, man, that she's the player. And she's willing to, go in there and get the job done. Bottom line.
Yeah, man. And you know what? Speaking of re-signs, her Irish brethren, Finn Balor re-signed with the company. It was reported, which is to me a smart move, because Finn
10 years,
is against.
man. 10 years. I think I saw him post that he been a part of WWE now.
Really? 10
years.
years?
Yeah.
Oh wow! I would not have said that. If you asked me,
I
I'd be like,
think,
"Oh, what,
I think I
5?"
saw. I think I saw him post that
Wow,
that he had been in that 10 years now. Yeah.
wow. And I'm sure if he came up on free agency, I mean, everybody would want Finn Balor on their
Yeah.
roster. But do you think this is great for the
And Balor's
WWE
going to
to retain?
retire at WWE, man. He's going to finish. He's going to finish his career there. That's just the way I feel. He
But
worked
it's
too
a
hard
good
to get.
it's a good re-signing, right?
Well, he worked too hard to get there, man. Oh, yeah, it's a great resigning. He worked so hard to get there, and I tell you, it's so rewarding, for guys to see guys like him make it, and because he was one of the best workers out there. And but we talk about workers. So it's a lot of great workers out there, but don't understand the game. They don't understand the show business side of it. And a lot of them are unwilling to even want to learn it. You know what I mean? So for a guy like him who had so much talent that, you thought he would make it, and make it like that on talent, but you see how, and I'm sure he sees how hard it really truly is to understand and master the art of show business. He's done it. He's done a hell of a job as of late. I think this is the best form of Finn that we've ever seen. I've talked to Finn about it. I mean, I don't even see Finn diving anymore. Wait a minute.
10 years, man. Those add up.
No, unless he has to. That's where he's learned that, So yeah, big ups.
Yeah, no gratuitous diving. No gratuitous diving from Finn Balor. You got to pay for it. It's like the Spinaroonie. How much Spinaroonie cost nowadays?
Oh man, it's priceless.
There ain't enough, huh? There ain't enough. There ain't enough money, man. This comes from Mike Edwards. If we want to get into a couple of our super chats, remember you can always chat into the show, and we will read that question here on the air and answer it.
Super chat.
This comes in from Mike Edwards. You think Dragunov should join Imperium now? So they're making the assumption because the draft is Friday.
Yeah,
and it looks like they kicked a member of Imperium out on Monday. Do you think that he should join that group along with Gunther?
I tell you what, man, that would be a great spot for him. Definitely would be a great. You know what? Because just being in that faction right there, he won't get lost in the shuffle or anything like that. He's really, really good, and you're going to be looking to say who we can put him with. Him being a part of that group right there, you can put him against anybody, and he can definitely go out there and shine, no matter who you put him out against, because he's going to have backup. So yeah, I can see that happening right there. That would be a great faction for him to be a part of.
Yeah, I think that I'm with you for him to be aligned, because look, people want to see him and Gunther eventually.
Oh yeah,
they want to see that, and what better way to build to that than
putting them together, being
in a faction together?
Oh yeah, I love that. Yeah. It's got to be some heat sooner or later. It's going to break down sooner or later. You know what I mean? But until then, we can create some really, really great TV.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. And I think that I like that idea. Good idea, Mike Edwards. Good idea. This comes from, do we have time for another one? I think
we got 30 seconds. We got 30 seconds. We got to take a break.
We got 30 seconds. So we'll have to come to the rest of the super chats here in a moment. But I really like the idea of Dragunov joining that. And I feel he's getting drafted either Friday or Monday to Monday Night Raw or Friday Night SmackDown.
Yeah. We'll find out.
I'm not a betting man, but I would put money on it.
I hope not, man. I hope not. I love Ilya, man.
Stick
around, guys. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute. Hey, are you aware of how exposed your personal information is online? Hi, I'm Booker T alongside Brad Gilmore, and we've delved into the digital realm to discover just how much our privacy data is out there for the taking. You'd be surprised, or maybe even alarmed at what we found. We did a simple Google search of our name and email addresses, and the results were eye-opening. Our personal information, from full name to home addresses and even health records, was all laid to bear. It's unsettling to think that this information can be sold to data brokers, making us a target for scammers and spammers.
And Book, that's where Aura comes in. A service we've both been using and genuinely endorse. Aura scans these data brokers and reveals who's selling your information, then helps you opt out automatically. When I checked my Aura account, I was shocked to see the number of brokers that had my details on file. But it's not just about reducing spam. This is about safeguarding our digital lives. Hackers can exploit this information to breach our social media, bank accounts, and more. Aura's comprehensive protection, which includes antivirus, VPN, password management, and even identity theft insurance, offers a robust shield against these intrusions.
Think of it this way. You wouldn't secure just the front door of your home and leave the back door wide open, right? That's why relying on a piecemeal solution isn't enough. Aura provides an all-encompassing security suite that's always on, ensuring my peace of mind.
We're not just talking about protection, we're talking about convenience. All of these features come in one package, easy to set up without the hassle of juggling multiple apps.
So, if you value your privacy as much as we do, consider giving Aura a try. Guys, visit aura.com/BookerT to start your 2-week free trial. It's time to take control of your online presence and secure your digital world. Boom, welcome back to the Hall of Fame, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, the ad-libs got on big time this week.
Oh, the
man.
ad-libs were dope.
Ad-libs is killing it.
I had a question, actually, because I couldn't tell if the fans were that loud or they weren't playing the music when he won. Were they playing the music when he won, or were they letting the fans
yeah.
just say, whoop that trick?
No, the music was playing. It was playing.
Well, I'll tell you, on TV, the crowd was so loud, I couldn't hear
Oh,
them.
man, everybody was in unison, man. It was palpable, man. It was crazy as far as the decibel level in that building last night. I'm serious, man. It was so loud because everybody was doing it at the same time in unison. It was magical, man. At the end of that night, just walking through that curtain, everybody, man, in the back was so jacked. You could feel that energy, just radiating through your body. And I was like, wow, it's so cool to be a part of this.
I will tell you, there are very few feelings, I think, in the wrestling world for someone, for me, who sits on the desk, right, of being more excited than one of the guys, winning a title. And it's someone who you're pushing for and knew that they had it and knew they could do it. And then I'm telling you, sometimes I can't wait till I get to the back and be like, hey, man, boom. They're all sweaty and you know what, but I got my nice suit on because I dress to impress, BT. But I don't mind getting it dirty because it's like, oh man, congratulations, great to see it. I'm sure you had that moment with Trick. Here's two questions.
I was all sweaty last night too, man, but I didn't care, man. I was like, it was all worth it. It was worth it, man, to see him standing up on the top rope last night and hold the title and look around the NXT universe and everybody's whooped that Trick. So proud, so happy for him, so it was a magical night, man. It really was a magical night. And that's the part like I said, I don't get enough of. I really don't get enough of that right there. I don't think I'll ever get used to that.
Yeah. But let me ask you this. Two things. One, do you think when he goes to the main roster eventually, like, are you going to have to go in and put your ad-libs on the song?
Man, no. Once he leaves, bro, just like Braun Breaker, no bread, no water, just meat. Just like J.D. McDonough. That number one stunner, just like Tiffany Stratton going straight past the moon to the nebula, baby. All of that, man, they take it with them. You know what I mean? That's the launching pad for me to help these young guys to, get a little piece of the action out more than anything, man. Yeah.
Well, I agree, but I told you on SmackDown, they showed a sign in the crowd that said no bread, no water, just meat when Braun Breaker was making his entrance. So I don't think they've gotten.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I need them to take it with them. That's once they leave, it's theirs. Yeah. What? Yeah. Oh yeah, man.
Or maybe they could AI your voice in there, like they did with
just send me a check, damn it.
Did you see Drake?
Check. That's all I want. I ain't worried about nothing else but the check. But no, man. I love him in that position.
Did you see Drake? Drake and Kendrick are in a battle with each other. Kendrick hadn't responded yet, but Drake dropped a diss track. Then he dropped a second diss track, but it had an AI. He rapped in an AI version of Tupac and Snoop Dogg, right? Like he rapped the vocals and then used AI to make it sound like them taunting Kendrick Lamar. Do you think that that's good or bad? Because now Pac's people, his estate, they're trying to sue Drake.
Well, they should sue his ass, because Drake's just hot because everybody's saying he don't write his music. Everybody talking about.
Everybody's coming after him.
I was listening to one guy said, if anything come out by Drake, it's got to have a stamp on it.
What does that mean?
Saying that it's authentic.
Oh.
You know what I mean? It's got to go through all kind of tests. To make sure it's his voice and everything. I mean, his writings and whatnot. He ain't plagiarizing. It's crazy. I think that's got a lot to do with it. Drake should be far well above and beyond, this this stupidness, because this dude has made so much money over these last, 10 years, whatnot.
Yeah.
You should be, like chilling. I don't know why these rappers want to get in beefs. Yeah, I really don't.
Well, I
I
think
was just looking at this one guy and they just all, I don't know why they want to be thugs too. NWA, wasn't the young boy? Yeah, they just locked him up.
NBA
You
young
know what I
boy.
mean? Yeah, these guys crazy, man.
Well, I mean, look, hip hop's always been a competitive sport in a lot of ways. If somebody disses you, this goes back to freaking Cool Mo D and Chief Rocker Busy B back in the day, right? I mean, it's always been about the battle. And I think they take it to another level this time. But everybody came for Drake. Look, if you're Drake and you're sitting at home and Kendrick Lamar, Future, Metro Boomin, ASAP Rocky, Rick Ross, Kanye West, and The Weeknd all have bars for you like within a week, you got to do something. You can't sit not do anything.
All right, that's cool, but I'm just saying, it's a reason why probably, something like that happening too, right? Normally something like that don't happen for no reason.
Yeah, when you're number one, that's what happens.
Maybe
He's
that's
number
it.
one
Maybe
in the
that's it.
game.
Maybe that's
I
it.
mean, I'm not
maybe-
even the biggest Drake fan, but he's not my guy. But he's number one in the game. You can't deny
that
his
might be
talent.
true, man. That might be true. I'm not going to sit here and debate with you on it. How about that?
Okay. Well, we'll move on back to our super chats here. I just want to know what you thought about the AI Pac stuff. This comes from
Super chat.
the Dork Knight. The Dork Knight says, "Yo, Booker, last show you said you and Brett always had good matches. What were your fave/best match with the Hitman so I can watch the greatness from two of my favorites to ever lace up a pair of boots?"
Well, I can't tell you, what was the best. But go back and look at Brett. Now, we didn't have a whole lot of matches. We only had maybe 2 or 3 matches. But go back and watch them. And I could tell you right now, you're going to watch, 2 guys that's going to go in the ring and, create some poetry. I love working with Brett. I remember, giving Brett the shove. It's something that I always would do with guys, even though I know, I don't know if I'm on this guy's level or not, but I'm finna find out. It's one of those type of deals. And he walked up on me and I pushed him, bang, right in the chest as hard as I could. And it was it wasn't like, the push spot that you see guys do these days. No, none of that. And he looks at me and he looks so cool. And he's like, yeah, okay. And he took a little walk around, like, I'm finna whoop this boy's ass. But he went on to respect me, my ability in the ring, and he always put me over as far as the stuff that we did in WCW was his best time. So I appreciate Bret Hart for that.
Oh man, Brett's like, come on, man. Like if you know like what makes a great pro wrestler and you go watch Bret Hart at any era in his career, at any era, you go, man, this guy's great. And to me, like for my generation, Book, right? When we're coming up, you either a Bret guy or you're a Shawn guy. Like that was the divide. Right now, you're either a Drake guy or you're a Kendrick guy, to use the earlier reference. And for me, I always loved Shawn more when I was younger. And I still love Shawn Michaels. I think he's probably, overall, when you talk about bell to bell, I mean, very few people come close to what he was able to do at a high level. But Bret was right there with him. And I've come to respect so much what Bret Hart was able to do in the ring, because when he called himself the excellence of execution, it's because there's no flaws. There's no space. There's no, Bret could have really snugged up that sharpshooter. No, that sharpshooter looked painful. When Bret hits you, it looked painful.
I took a little bit of my style from Bret, just a very small piece. But he definitely was a guy that I looked at and said, man, this guy's good.
Yeah. He's incredible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's incredible. And I think that he's one of those guys who I think looked at the business from a cerebral perspective. Like he really thought about the psychology more than anything else.
He thought about the detail.
The detail. That's a better word. That's better. He thought about the detail, the small things.
Yeah.
And I think that Bret Hart, best there is, best there was, best there ever will be, is a moniker that makes a lot of sense for him.
Yeah.
Did you have like butterflies wrestling him for the first time? Like,
I did.
And I know that's okay.
No,
Tell me about that.
No, I did. I had butterflies. I was nervous, but I never thought guys were better than me. I always thought I was better than everybody I was in the ring with. At that time, I was on my way up, and I had a chip on my shoulder at that time. I wanted to work the best guys in the world. I couldn't wait to work on Rick Martel, and Mr. Perfect, guys like that. Now I'm young, at the same time, and I'm in the ring with these guys, Steamboat. You don't think I was nervous as heck working with Steamboat? 20 minutes in Germany. Good God, man, this is a dream come true. Watching Steamboat, but I gotta beat him down. I gotta work him over at the same time, And it was just a surreal experience. Something that is really, really hard to explain. But yeah, I love those moments. Nervous, yes. Butterflies, yes. But still being in the moment. Oh yes, man.
Well, okay, let me ask you this. I know we have a few seconds, and maybe there's not an answer to this, but you got to work Brett, Ricky, Flair, Macho. Were you more nervous for one of them in particular, or was it all kind of the same level?
I was nervous with Ric Flair,
Okay.
center stage. I remember it like it was yesterday, man. You know what I mean? Because he was talking to me and walking and moving at the same time, and I was like a kid bouncing out the wall. I just had to follow. It was one of those nights. But it was an honor, great honor for me, a young kid, to be in the ring with Ric Flair, because I knew I wouldn't have been there if it wasn't something he wanted. And for him to want, like I always talk about, everything's a test. For Ric Flair to want to test me and see exactly how good I was, and let me know that, man, maybe I'm pretty good. Maybe I'm, maybe that nigga. Maybe it's something special about me. I don't know, but Ric Flair want to work me, so we're gonna find out. It's one of those type of moments. But we got to get out of here, man. We got to get out of here, man.
Oh, is this the last segment? Okay, let me get to these last couple of super chats. I'm sorry, we'll run a little long. My bad. This comes from Big Breezo. Hey, Uncle Book, you've had a lot of sauce with your style, and you always beat people up. How hard was it to remain yourself back then?
Oh, it's relatively easy. Not to lose myself in the business. I'm even still now to this day. I appreciate all the love I get, man, when I walk through the airports and people see me and hey, Book, what's up? Everywhere I go, it's like that. And back then, it was no different. I just wanted to be the best. I wanted to be the best in the locker room. I want to prove that, someone like me, someone that looked like me, can perform with anybody in the locker room. I want to prove that guys like me deserve to, get a little bit of shine. So for me, it was all about, how good I was, not the rest of those guys. And it worked out for me.
We got two more here. This comes from Cali Tonell. What in the Louvre Museum is going on here? Nia was a part of the new greatest heist. She's undeniable, but gets denied. If not her, Liv should have taken that gold and got to run with it hard till Rhea pull up. Hey, we talked about it. Becky was the right choice, in my opinion.
Becky was the right choice. All right. You know what I mean? I like Liv Morgan,
Liv's great.
And I would have loved Nia Jax to get a piece of the action, a rub as well.
Love Nia.
But that's what we go back to, if it was your business, how would you have done it? And if you want to do it, go buy your own business. What else we got?
And our last one of the day comes from John JID 999. Jacob Fatu going to the WWE is perfect. Happy to see with this new era that they are bringing in 1 in a million like Jacob Fatu, going to tear it up. Now, we will say there's strong rumors that Jacob Fatu is signed to the WWE.
They are, man.
Nothing's been confirmed.
Nothing's been confirmed. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
But hypothetically,
it's amazing. And if it happens, we will report on it. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Look here, it will be all over Reality of Wrestling News if Jacob Fatu actually signs a contract and come out there and beat the hell out of somebody. So let's look forward to it, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. We got to get out of here, man. We do. I want to thank everybody for stepping inside the Hall of Fame today, getting your champagne wishes, caviar dreams. Bradley, as always, all the heavy lifting. And like I always say, man, peace. We love you. Till next time, we out.